this one particular appointment that I had with a very well-respected oncologist, a female. I was very excited to meet with her. I felt that there was a lot in common that we had. When I sat down with my husband and my mother to meet with her, she had my file. She knew my background. And when asked what her recommendation for treatment was, she brought forth that she felt radiation was the best course of action. In my educational process, in all of my conversations with prior doctors, I've been told that I could never have that amount of radiation again. And it was a shock to both me and to my family members that a well-respected oncologist would recommend that. And the first reaction was, she didn't take the time to read my history. She didn't take the time to get to know me before I walked through that door, which happens to be one of my highest expectations when meeting with any doctor, is to give me on paper 5 minutes before meeting me face to face so you have somewhat of a background. It was very discouraging. My husband was very upset with it, and it really took a phone call from me to her a day later to say, this is what we've experienced from you, and I'm very disappointed. I'd very much like to work with you. I'd like to hear your opinion. At the end of the day, I chose her, and we've worked together now for 5 out of what probably would be the next 10 years of my life, and I think the world of her. After my second diagnosis, I decided to get more engaged in my pursuit of volunteerism around patient advocacy and survivorship issues. I engaged with the facility in which I had my treatment. I work for a number of nonprofits. I volunteer my time in the healthcare arena around nonprofits. I sit on boards, on panels, I do keynotes, I do speaking, I do one-on-one with patients. Not so much disease specific, but really the journey in which they're going through and how to find their voice. And there are certainly patients who are never comfortable with their voice. And so I do everything that I can to open those doors and create a partnership between a patient and the medical community so that the diagnosis, the treatment is of equal weight at the end of the day. I immediately aligned myself with where I was in my process in the very beginning stages of my journey, with where they are in their healthcare profession path. And I got excited, and I realized that there's a great opportunity for patients and advocates to align themselves with this open school so that we can learn from each other. No better entry point than at the very beginning stages, whether it's a journey as a patient or a journey as a future healthcare provider. It really is to foster the voice that's already there on behalf of patients, make it a little bigger, make it a little louder, and integrate it a little bit more in everything that we do throughout the open school. My opinion would be to look at that patient when you look through that door and look to them as a partner in this journey. You chose this career because you have passion around helping individuals. Treat them such as that. Let them be part of the decision making. Let them be comfortable in voicing their opinion. Engage them in the decision making and be open to it. Ask a question and be open to hear the answer. Don't ask the question just to ask and feel as if now you're engaged with the patient.